Well, hello there. Super excited to be bringing you episode 6 this week in a little bit of a different environment. I draw a ton of inspiration from my fitness routine and my workouts, and so I thought that I would come to you in my second home, office, home away from home, if you will. Spend the most time here I would say out of my day, and just love to share with you guys post-workout. Gives me so much inspiration, so much motivation, and I think because I spend that time with myself, it gives me a lot of creativity. When I'm moving my body, I'm thinking about how I can serve my community, serve you, help you, thinking about where I struggled and maybe where I can help you to connect the dots and put those puzzle pieces together. So this week I wanted to talk to you about how to bring that energy into your life and the different components and my 5 spots where I draw the most energy, and how you can quickly go through these 5 things and sort of like check off the boxes and see where you are, sort of resonate with each spot to see if maybe you're missing a part or piece of the puzzle that can help you to sort of next level, elevate your fitness, take things up a notch for, the next months and beyond. So I do have my notes here, so bear with me as I glance down and check things out. I think for me, when my story began as far as starting this path and journey towards better health, more energy, I just wanted that change, right? I was feeling stuck. I was feeling unmotivated, uninspired, burned out, right? I really was at a time in my life where I was feeling like something was missing, but I wasn't really sure what that was or what it looked like, right? So kind of had to start with that sort of self-discovery. I started to think about, what is it that I really want? What is it that I want to change? I know I want things to change, but what is it that I want to change in my life, and then we come back to having that better energy, right? Because if you feel like you're feeling good, right, then you become a better person, a better mother, a better coworker, and all of that sort of radiates out to other people. So I knew that I wanted to change, but I really wasn't sure what that path was. I started on my fitness journey because I was looking to lose baby weight. I was looking to just find something that would help me save time from home. I really struggled with finding the time to make classes at the end of a busy work day. I was, in sales, on the road a lot. And so I was kind of all over the place with my timing as far as my actual work day went. And so sometimes I wouldn't make it to a class on time at the end of the day, or I'd feel so tired. It was really hard to find that motivation, right? And then the days that I would end up getting there, I would be, okay, I'm kind of stuck going to the gym, part of things, and I don't even know what to do. I was kind of lost and meandering around the equipment. And so that felt really unfulfilling too. It was like I knew I needed something, but I wasn't really sure what it was. So when I first discovered that I could do something, really minimal from home, that was a big game changer for me, because I felt like, okay, so that piece of the puzzle has been met. And that is helping me to save time, and it's just convenient to just throw my clothes on, get it done, and move on. I used to think you have to spend hours and hours in a gym or with a trainer or something to get, results that you were looking for, but that wasn't really true. And I discovered that I felt just as good doing 30 minutes at home or taking my time for me at home, on my own schedule and stuff like that. So, still feeling like I was trying to seek out something different. And that, those seasons of life changed for me as I became a mom and started to have children, and things became more complicated, right? Then you start to really question and seek other things. And that was a big component too, that I started to think about, okay, now I've got this fitness component piece, but it almost feels really lonely without the other things. So I'm going to walk you guys through kind of my 5 things. I started to think about, really, they're not in any particular order, but they sort of are. And then some of them go hand in hand. But I thought I sort of started to number them backwards, my 5 aspects of changing your life, mind, body, and soul, and bringing that energy, because they all kind of work together. They're synergistically, as I mentioned, going hand in hand. Okay, so number one is a big one. It is mindset. And I think that it really just starts with your decision to want to make a change. You think to yourself, you know, I want to choose to have more, I want to choose to have better, right? So, you know, creating that mindset where you're like, okay, if I want something different, I have to do something different. So you have, you know, ultimately changed your thought process to, I'm going to decide to make a change. And that's where that mindset comes in. And then the mindset piece comes in all throughout your journey, because the mindset part is going to help you to keep going, right? How you talk to yourself, what you say to yourself, how you visualize your relationship with food and exercise and support and those kinds of things, right? So that mindset piece absolutely is number one and king, because it's going to come into play, as you'll hear me talk about in the next 5 things, the next 4 things. Number 2 is support, right? So a big thing that you're going to find that's going to be super important for you as you decide to make this change is the support from your loved ones around you. If you're not communicating with them what it is that you want to change, then they have no idea what you're trying to do, right? They could see you over here trying to change your nutrition or start a morning routine or wanting to work out or something, and they don't understand what's happening because you haven't communicated with them. So maybe they give you a hard time, or maybe they interrupt you, right? Like the kids interrupt you when you're trying to read something to help, fill your soul with that positivity, right? So finding that support from your friends and family is huge. So wanting to make sure that you communicate to them what it is that you're doing so that they can be on board with what it is that they see you doing as you make your changes and choices, okay? And then you might want to also enlist a coach or a trainer or someone to help guide you along, right? So the support of family, the support of friends, the support of somebody that maybe is an expert that you're looking for to lean on to kind of coach and guide you through what it is that you want to do. Number 3 is, I was almost wanting to say that this is like the glue that holds it all together, but it really is one of the things that holds it all throughout the whole journey is community. And so a big part of something that keeps me motivated and inspired and keeps me down here consistently every day is the support of my community. Whether you get a buddy so that you can do things together, you have the buddy system, you join a group, whether that's online or in person, they're really going to help you to keep going on the days that you struggle. That's an extra layer of accountability, right? And if you join and be a part of a community of other people that are going through those same things, they're going to get you, right? They're going to understand when it gets hard and why. I remember when I first kind of started my journey and trying to have conversation with, my husband or my friends that really weren't into creating a healthy lifestyle for themselves. They thought I was crazy. Like, why are you doing all these workouts? Like, what is your goal here, right? And they didn't understand, right? If it's hard, why are you doing it? Kind of a thing. And so it's really incredible to know that they have your back. And so even in my position, being, a fitness professional, coach, I run a gigantic online community of women, moms mostly, who are working on their goals together. And it is therapeutic for me too. So even though it's something that I created, it's also something that I'm an intricate part of, all linking arms together with my women. And I love that aspect of it because it fills me up still. It helps me to stay motivated. Even on the days where I know, I'm dragging or I'm sore or whatever, I can log into my community and see everybody in there. In most cases, because we're all in different time zones, I'll see them. They've already done their workout or they already posted what they're eating or drinking. And it just, I'm like, I know that they're there for me, right? So I don't feel like I'm by myself. Doing all the things. We set and create goals for each other. We have challenges every single month. There's like a theme that we go by every single month to pour into that mindset, to keep us motivated, to keep us supported. And so that community is a huge piece of the puzzle. Number 4 is nutrition. And so not many people know that the nutrition piece is 80% of the equation. If you really want to change your body, your energy, how you feel, a lot, 80% is direct correlation to what you're consuming or you're not consuming, right? We hear often about like gut health and inflammation and, different diseases and things like that. And it really all draws back to what you're eating or what you're not eating, what you're consuming, right? And so making healthy changes when it comes to our food can be really scary. And I think that everybody has their own conception of what they think healthy nutrition should be. I also think that we can complicate things by hearing from fads and trends on social media. Like, it just is really super confusing. So I would tell you as, a certified nutrition coach that you need to take just small steps, right? Take one aspect of what it is that you're doing and improve that one small area. Get consistent on that for a couple of weeks and then maybe add a second thing, right? It's building those healthy habits that we talk about inside of our community all the time, starting slow. And creating balance, because ultimately we want this to be a lifestyle for you to last a lifetime, right? If we set the bar way up here and we say, we're gonna remove carbs, we're gonna go on this crazy plan, you might get all excited and fired up about it because you've seen the changes in Sally over here. But once you get into it for a few days, you're like, this is hard. This is a lot more than I anticipated, because you went from like maybe sitting on the couch eating potato chips to removing carbs out of your diet. Like, that's crazy. And life shouldn't be about removing chips and cookies from your life. It should be about finding that balance so that you can have all the things, right? So that's a lot of what we talk about in our community is, small changes, balance, and all of that kind of stuff. So, but I will tell you that unequivocally, nutrition has a huge correlation to your energy levels. So, I know for me that when I'm eating whole, clean foods, the weeks and the days that I'm consuming that stuff, I feel like I'm on fire. I feel like my creativity is up. I just feel more youthful. And that is sometimes outweighs those days when you overeat on chips or cookies or something like that. You're like, oh, that doesn't feel as great, right? But that doesn't mean that you can't find that balance either. So last but not least, it sort of seems obvious, but maybe not, is the fitness aspect, right? There are so many benefits to fitness. And if you're following me on social this week, you've seen me talk about the different aspects of exercise and what the benefits are and what might be right for you. So go back to my Facebook or LinkedIn feed and you will see, we talked about steady state cardio, we talked about strength training. I will be posting later about mobility work, and I'm a huge proponent of functional fitness and mobility and that longevity there. The benefits are just huge, and having been on this physical journey myself for all these years, it started off for me, like I mentioned, about like losing the baby weight, then turned into strength training and finding so many advantages of core, back, shoulder health and all of that. And then these last couple of years I've really dove into that mobility, flexibility, balance, stability, exercise work. And now that I'm gonna almost be 50 years old, which is crazy to think, I'm turning 49 in a couple of weeks. And I just feel so much better today than I ever did in my 20s. And I know I can attribute that to the strength gains that I've made from my physical fitness exercises, right? So where that might seem obvious, it isn't to everybody. And I think until you've experienced yourself, it's hard to really share that with people, right? I can put myself in that place when I was trying to, get through and do a push-up after having a baby. And my moms out there, you can, I'm sure, completely relate. You feel like you're broken from the inside. You have no core strength at all. You just feel tired and weak, and just being able to build up like that and realizing, like, today I'm doing pull-ups and push-ups and all the things. And it's just an incredible feeling to say, my body can do that, right? I can do that. I'm going to be 50 and I can do this stuff. And it's just exciting to think about it. So those are my 5 things. If you get questions about any part or piece, let me know. If you need help with anything, please let me know. We still have enrollment open right now for our online community. So if you want to learn more about that and be a part of that, I would love to have you learn more. I have a group accountability form that you can fill out to just learn more information. It just helps me to get some better insight on what your goals are right now and what your needs are, so I can match you with the appropriate program that's going to fit your lifestyle. And also just to make sure that our online community is going to be a good fit for you and what you want to do as you change your mindset and move forward in making these changes for a healthy lifestyle, okay? So fill out that form, and then I'll have a conversation with you over in your email inbox, and we'll go from there. I hope that you found this valuable. If you are loving these episodes and you're getting some value and you're excited about them, I would love it if you would share, screen share on your stories or on your Facebook or LinkedIn or wherever you're listening, and would love for you guys to give me some feedback and recommendations, reviews. I would love to hear from you in that way as well. So thank you so much for being a part of my world and my Healthy CEO community. I wouldn't be here without you.